When did all this take place, and who was the perpetrators, and how did all this pan out?
Family, my mother, my father, my older siblings. I'm the youngest girl of six children. So I was the scapegoat and the easy target in the family because I was so young and I was the smallest at that time. So that's when it started for as long as I can remember. My first experience or my earliest memory of child abuse was watching my mother and father have sex in front of me like I wasn't even there. So it gets deep, it's layered, it's a lot.
Who were you when they was doing this? Okay, right in front of you, and that's kind of crazy because you're 27 years old and you still remember that. I don't think that's something I want to remember about my parents. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's a lot of stuff I don't want to remember, but that's why I say be careful how you treat children because you never know what would stand out to them from their childhood. Be careful. You don't know what they'll remember.
so you remember them being intimate. I'm gonna call it intimate. And then what were some of the others? What were some of the physical and mental things that really took a toll on you?
When I was 5, I was molested by one of my older brothers. My father beat on my mother in front of me too, a lot. And he went to beat on every woman after her in front of me as well, from since I could remember. So that took a toll on me. That's how I ended up in an abusive relationship as a young adult because this was all I knew. My older siblings, they would gang up on me and beat up on me. I had 4 older siblings. Sometimes I'll fight them all in one day. It's just picking on me, taking out their frustrations. And my mother had 6 children by 5 different men. I had the only present father. The rest of their fathers were absent. And so they envied me for that. And because my father was also abusive, they took that out on me. So they envied me for having a dad that was there.
Mhm.
And then they bullied me for having a dad that was abusive. And so they took that all out on me when my mother and father divorced.
Sure.
So
Is this Mr. Barber?
mm-mm. So that's not his real name. Like I said, I've told you that like kind of off thing. That's supposed to be my last name, and I'm not going to say any names too because it's an ongoing case as well. But yeah,
Okay.
it's my biological father we're talking about.
So was your biological father abusive as well?
Yes. So yeah, he was abusive to my mother and my siblings. And when my mother and my father divorced, my siblings and my mother took that out on me as if I was him from when I was like 6 or 7 years old. They was mistreating me as if I was my father.
So the animosity, let me see, can I make
Yeah.
sure I put this in perspective for the listeners? Your mother had intimate relationships with multiple men, 5 or 6, multiple men, all different men. So each one of those kids have a different father?
Yes. So
You know
six
that's funny.
children. Yeah, yeah. It's insane. Yeah.
How what's the age difference between you guys?
Some of us are stair steppers. I mean, it's gonna take some time. Some 2, some 4, some 1 year after, some like 1 year. Yeah, it's insane. It caused a lot of dysfunction.
So let me go back a little bit with this dysfunction. Why do you think you're 27 years old now? You had a lot to process.
Mhm.
What do you think made your mother do this? Was she insecure? Was she trying to put food on the table? Was she dating different men, having kids to get child support? I mean, there's always an end game, whether it was long.
Feel like because her father wasn't there, because she was searching for love in a place where she should have gotten it, but she didn't. So she was searching for love in all the wrong places, as the old folks would say, and that she didn't value herself, and so that's what led to it. Sadly, yeah.
Wow.
I think she need to put food on the table. I don't think it was child support. I think it was constant seeking validation. And when you don't give your child that attention, especially a father, that's why fathers are needed in the household.
Mhm.
When you don't give your daughter that attention, she look elsewhere for it.
Did you know him? He was your grandfather. Did you know him? And I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure you bought. Was he aware of what was going on in your house with his daughter, your mom, his?
Yeah, but no, it's like it's kind of one of those sweep things under the rug. We're not gonna confront abuse. Some in a lot of black households, the hard conversations never happen. And if you do have the conversations, you get treated like me. And I was iced out. I was isolated. When I started to speak out against some of this type of stuff, I was iced out. It's taboo. We don't talk about it. We just act like everything perfect.